Cars plus soccer. What happens when you combine two of the most popular things and make it a video game? The result is a game where the main object is to hit the ball, but we still fail to do it if not having a rocket-powered gun which can do anything, while the other players make fun of you because you are a failure, and not only in game but in real life also. Well, to explain it simply, first let's start with a boring backstory. Rocket League is a vehicular soccer video game developed. Nah, I'm just kidding. Rocket League is described as soccer, but with rocket-powered cars. All that stands between you and the net are 3 defenders. Fuel up and get ready to land an epic shot. Your surroundings are familiar. Green grass below, and of course a ball. The team with the most goals when the timer ends wins. Rocket League was released in July 7, 2015, meaning it has been around for almost a decade. So old that it was considered cool in the game back then. Even a gold or silver can do this now. Obviously, having a car, you can customize it with a lot of shit. And these were the ranks back in the day. Platinum was the best one. Finally found a reason for the players to be happy. The game was super hit instantly based on how basic it is. It's literally the 2 things people love the most, cars and soccer. It expectedly won multiple awards. In the same year the game was released, people were hooked. Then Epic bought it and it's been downhill ever since. But how can this game be understood by someone who hasn't even played video games? Because it's basically car go into ball and ball go into go. As simple as that. It's basically raw human monkey nature. Everyone gets it, even your mom gets it. And that really says something. So today, we embark on an adventure to answer the question of why Rocket League works.
This is Rocket League!
First, we need to answer why do these sports-based video games work so well. We have seen many sports games like FIFA, NBA and Cricket 23. And yes, some of them are very popular and still are played widely all across the world. But they aren't as competitive and fun enough. Now I see FIFA and NBA fans scrolling down the video to find the dislike button and comment shit because of my previous statement. But hear me out. The main reason is that the player playing the video game doesn't feel that he has enough control over the game as compared to playing sports in real life. Let me tell you a story. I was playing FIFA with my friend. Not a big fan of FIFA though. And as usual, I was getting destroyed. I felt like I had no control over the game because of this mess. Whatever the fuck is going on. You see what I mean? You can't just pass the ball to a player with a button. It requires precision, timing and positioning, which according to my knowledge, no game allows. Human input of all sorts is required, like your stance, whether you want to standing on your toes or be scared in the position of diving, and you can't sum that up into a joystick or keyboard to control a human, or even more difficult, a whole fucking team. So Rocket League solves this problem by replacing humans with cars. Cars always historically work better in video games. Just look at all these video games with car in it. Because they are machines, like you control a car in real life, but this time it's with different controllers. Balancing a game with realistic yet fun mechanics is a pretty hard to do thing in today's game. Sports games with realistic physics have not been a thing. Mostly the baton have been passed on to the shooter games for their realistic physics. But Rocket League does it different by over-exaggerating the real physics and putting you in third person. In fact, there's a mod which makes you in first person, but you can't really see anything and it kinda makes you wanna puke. Fun fact number 1. The car in Rocket League goes up to 83 km per hour max speed, while the ball can go up to 216 km per hour, and the gravity is 2/3 of the Earth's gravity, similar to the gravity of Venus. Although Venus boys out there can relate to that. Alright, enough fooling around. Let's get to the real deal. Remember how I said car go into ball and ball go into goal? Sometimes you can even get a bit creative with the car going into ball. This is called a flip reset, and you can also do a musty flip, and this, and that. Basically, to perform all these fancy moves, you must know the 4 basic mechanics of Rocket League. Jump, boost, flip, air roll. Jump as well. Jump, you can also double jump, that's pretty cool. Boost makes your car go and speed. Flip means flipping your car over. You can also hit certain shots using flips. Air rolls are used to control your car like a barrel while in air. They are a major part of aerials and hitting precise shots like top corner, and you can do some pretty cool flicks too. By a combination of these, you can do some cool stuff like the ability to fly while hitting the ball, which is called an aerial. And this thing is only novel to Rocket League. And this is not easy by any chance. Here's me, Diamond 2, but can't even aerial properly. But kids these days will quadruple flip reset, musty flick, ceiling shot on you and clip you on TikTok and never do anything like this again in their life. And still there are different ways to aerial while hitting the ball. This is the thing that grabs everyone about Rocket League. Easy to get but hard to master. And as you progress through the ranks, you must find new ways to keep up and get creative with how to get ball into opponent's net and outplay them. But one thing's for sure, open nets will remain the hardest thing in the entirety of the game.
I still can't sync those.
Oh no.
Still can't sync those. Okay, this is extremely embarrassing.
Yeah.
Please just...
Well, this is the part where fun begins. All esports games or video games in general come up with some toxicity, but you must be thinking, an innocent game like Rocket League shouldn't have any toxicity. That's what common sense says. But as it turns out, the game with the most innocence have the most toxic community. Let's take a look at the spectrum. One end is wholesomeness and the other end is toxicity. And the Rocket League community lies somewhere here on this spectrum. Well, in defense, you can say it is one of the tactics of the opposition to get in your head. And overall, it's a part of every competitive game. There's nothing more satisfactory when the game is tied 0-0 and you miss the basic shot, resulting in a goal. And the other team starts trash talking, but then you make a great comeback and then end up ultimately winning. Now this is where the human satisfaction peaks. But it is a proven thing that 99% of the times the toxicity of the game comes from your own teammates. If there's one thing that the Rocket League toxicity is centered around, it's the quick chat feature. Now, there comes a phase when you have dealt with so much toxicity and getting the absolute thrashing of your life in Hot Wheels Car Soccer that we rage quit, uninstall the game until eventually we stumble onto some pro gameplay doing some crazy shit in the game which gets us inspired and eventually gets us back into the game till the whole cycle repeats. One thing I personally like the most about Rocket League is how short the games are compared to the other esport games we have. Maps are so simple and clean, yet are amazingly functional and fun, just like a football ground. But instead they are way smaller and close like a cuboid. But these annoying corners really mess up the ball movement, at least for me. I think that's just skill issue. It's such a unique thing that the meta doesn't change, no matter what map it is. But Rocket League did make this mistake once, by adding these weird maps competitive.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
This makes the meta so simple in Rocket League and not overwhelming like other esport games in which a simple change can shake up the entire meta.
What is this? I don't know.
And it also makes it easy for the fans to keep up with it. Fun fact number 2. Rocket League actually had a prequel called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars. It sucked in all aspects. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Even if the competitive nature of Rocket League is what it makes so great and simple, it's always good to have some variability with how the game works. Like Heat Seeker, Drop Shot, Rumble, Hoops, Ice Hockey. I hate it. Why does this even exist? These fun game modes are icing on what already is a great game. And the tournaments are also a great addition to the game. If you want to feel like a professional Rocket League player, now thanks to the tournaments, you can do that. But the truth is, you won't get anywhere close to being a pro by playing tournaments even in your lifetime. That's all in all a nice addition. However, same can be said about the official training for Rocket League, which is kind of garbage. Custom training packs developed by the community are much better option to get better at Rocket League. Do you guys want to know a secret? Do you know it's all a conspiracy and the game is designed to get you hooked by feeding you random bronzes and noobs which you thrash very easily, hence winning a lot of matches. And then the game decides to match you with SSL smurfs, losing the equivalent amount of matches, so you are stuck in the same rank for eternity. Just like how gambling works. All jokes aside, Rocket League is a true testament how great a game can be solely based on its simplicity, physics and mechanics. But recently, the game hasn't been doing so great because of Epic Games' negligence towards the game. And the community is pretty angry based on multiple decisions Epic Games has made, like removing trading, which has angered the community a lot. They recently announced something exciting called Rocket Racing, which sounded exciting at first, but it was just a Fortnite mod that turned out to be a Asphalt ripoff, and it's kind of ass, not gonna lie. Currently, Rocket League runs on Unreal Engine 3, which was used all the way back in 2006. However, devs have confirmed they will port it over to Unreal Engine 5, which will basically turn the game into Rocket League 2. Pretty similar to how CSGO transitioned into CS2, but CS2 had a horrible launch. Now, one thing Rocket League has is the best content creators that I've seen for a particular game. Some of them include Sunless Khan, Musty, Lathamir, Waitin Pilkin, whose content directly influenced me to play Rocket League all the way back in 2020 and even make this video. These are the people Epic should listen to when it comes to feedback about variety and game modes to the game. But the cries remain unheard by them. Even after Epic is just focused on making money by adding shitty cars that nobody asked for and not giving a fuck about Rocket League, the game manages to maintain its player base, but this can't keep going like this forever. Until then, we can only hope. For now, keep riffing, keep on goaling, and stay awesome. Peace out.